Here's a look at your Local 5 forecast. It's a hot one out there. I'm Chris Kubal. An excessive heat warning continues as we roll through the next couple of afternoons, and ultimately we're going to see the little give and take when it comes to the temperatures and the heat index, but net result is still the same. It's dangerously hot out there, and each day is going to feel excessive when it comes to that heat through Thursday. That heat dome will start to break down as we go into Friday. You may be asking, what is a heat dome? We take a look, and quite literally it is an expansion of that column of air right over the midsection in the country. And this usually suppresses just how much we can see as far as rain. In fact, it runs it all the way around that dome of heat. So this air underneath, extremely warm, it expands and pushes upwards and creates a stronger area of high pressure. Again, hard to overcome with that rain. So this heat dome is actually going to retract just a little bit back to the desert southwest. In weekend, we'll see a cold front in Thursday night going into Friday, and we'll see a drop in the temperatures for the weekend. In fact, in a big way. That heat warning extends all the way from the Twin Cities down to the Gulf Coast and many states in between, Iowa included. And as we go through the next stretch of days, we're looking at those peak heat indices for Wednesday being in the 110 to 115 range, and the dew points coming down a little bit each day. So Thursday, that heat index might not be quite as extreme, but the air temperature gets hotter. Both of these days, in fact, we'll make a run at 100 degrees. If we make it on Wednesday, that will be a new record. 79 degrees tonight for the overnight low. And speaking of records, should it be achieved, that's a new record high low temperature. And we may do that again for Wednesday night too, setting a record. 100 is in the works for Wednesday. We'll be looking at a decent southwest breeze, and overall it looks a little bit more ideal to make that 100-degree threshold. In fact, many places across the state we have it in the works. Some places out towards the Missouri River actually did it on Tuesday. So here's the heat index with the breakdown across the map. Either side of 110, some places as high as 115 for Wednesday. But notice these levels aren't quite as extreme on Thursday. We'll shave off a couple of degrees. At the same time, the air temperature is rising up. So the muggiest is now behind us. We'll start to see that relief on Friday. A cold front will have pushed through much of the state by then, turning that wind northwesterly. And again, starting to see that big time heat break. An early chance for showers and thunderstorms, mainly before daybreak, is what we're going to be watching there. Outside of that, rain chances still looking nil, even as those temperatures do cool down into the low to mid 80s over the weekend. We'll bounce back a bit next week, but nothing quite as extreme. A string of 90-degree days possible beginning Wednesday.